How's it going, internets? I hope you're having a lovely day. It's that time again. It's time to get into some animation. It's time to get creative. It's time to get that imagination running wild. And it's time to get inspired. And today's inspiration comes from the phenomenal, wonderful founder of basically most, at least one of the founding fathers of art as we know it today, and that's Michelangelo. And I know that I talk probably frequently on here about Da Vinci because he's probably my favorite of that, of really the founders of the Renaissance and the change of how we really depicted things and built just these creative drawing and painting worlds and everything. But just wanted to leaf through a couple of these with you because he's definitely one of my favorites to go back and look at and study and learn from. I just love the way that he sketches. It's so beautiful. Just the layout that he has, the style that he does with the cross-hatching and the forms and the composition of his sketches. And you can really tell there's character behind there, and its total understanding of anatomy and structure and exaggeration and interpretation of the figures around him as well. I just love studying. Anatomy is one of those things that I could study day in and day out. I know every day I go through either Bridgman or Loomis's stuff and just pore over each and every page. All of those people that we look to as founders of kind of concept art or graphic novels or illustrators, like the greats like Norman Rockwell and stuff. They all had were inspired by these beginners of what we know as art today. And that's Da Vinci and Michelangelo. I just love this. Look at these crazy characters he's got there. I know Da Vinci does the grotesques, and this is very similar along those lines too. What I love is you can see and Bridgman breaks this down as well. Just the setting up of the form of a leg is almost like a pedestal kind of lines throughout. I love the way that he does the knee. It's just really great. And this is Isaac, I believe. Here, you've got a great composition and layout, great use of the dark tones and the light tones. You get the I could gush over him for hours and hours. I love this. My thumb's a little funky, but the legs are definitely strong. It's great characters here, great posing. But anyways, there's just a quote from him that I came across the other day, and it's been kind of running around in my head. So that's the main reason why I wanted to share this stuff with you. Plus, it gives me an excuse to pour over some beautiful sketches, beautiful sketches. I think this one's one of my favorites. Just spot on anatomy, great posing, great highlights and tonality and all throughout it. But anyways, that quote was, "The great danger for most of us lies not in setting our aim too high and falling short, but in setting our aim too low and achieving our mark." I think that's a tough one. It's a tough one to really come to grips with. In that, it's tough for, I imagine, most people who are creators struggle with insecurity and the feeling of never exactly where you want to be. But I mean, with something like this, it's definitely a challenging statement to say that just keep pushing yourself and keep setting that bar higher and higher for yourself. And I think it's we talk about this lifelong journey about getting to where you want to be with your creative field, whatever it is that you're doing. It doesn't have to be animation or illustration. It could be whatever, anything that's creative behind there. But just not setting the bar too low for yourself. And it's tough because you're the only one who can really do that. I mean, there's no job, there's no person that's gonna force you to keep pushing in your creative field. I mean, obviously there's gonna be some entry level and then mid-level to kind of probably a higher level that you need in order to get good work and everything. But once you've hit that that area. You know, beyond that, it's really pushing yourself and finding that strength within to continue to force yourself to get better and push those parts, those areas where you're not as strong, and everything. So I think that's definitely a challenging quote. I know for myself, especially. You know, I'm you know, part of the goal of doing these videos with you every day is to continue to push myself to go further and to continue this journey every day. So I think it's just that push yourself to continue to aim higher and higher throughout everything. So that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's animation. 1 second here. Sorry about that, just didn't have my backup recording going, so I wanted to get that going. And this is the Bender Ghost Rig. It's a free rig you can grab over at Creative Crash. I will link it in the description below, along with some more stuff on Michelangelo if you guys want to check out some more of his phenomenal sketch work and everything as well. I would highly suggest, and definitely he's one of those ones that I would like to study even more. Spent a good amount of time studying Da Vinci, who I still would love to spend more time with. But anyways, this is the Bender Ghost Rig that we'll be using. If you're not familiar with these videos, what we'll be doing for the rest of the video is we give ourselves 48 frames. It's 2 seconds of animation, and I go off and I find a different rig every day to share with you guys, so you guys can have some new toys to play around with, and definitely to challenge myself to get into a new rig and try it out and see what I learn from this rig, see where the struggles are, and overall just share that process with you so that you guys feel like you have an art buddy or a creative buddy going along through this journey, so you're not alone. And you know, maybe you learn something along the way throughout this video, or bare minimum that you get inspired to go off and create your own thing. You know, you see this and you're like, I could do better than that. This guy, I could do way better. I mean, that's my goal, is that you guys either get challenged if you're, you know, not quite up to the level that we're working at yet, to be like, I want to get better. Or if you're better than me, then be like, dude, I could do that quicker, I could do it faster, I've got a stronger idea. I mean, that's a lot of this video is to hopefully help inspire you guys to get creating every day. So that being said, let's go ahead and delve right in here. First thing I want to do is create a polygon primitives cube, just so I have a base which to work with, just to give me a little better idea of the shot here. And for this one, I just figure it's kind of a ghost rig, so I'll just do a little bit of a ghost, and I think we'll do some kind of wobbly hands going towards the camera. I think would be kind of fun, and then we'll do some other stuff just to mix it up. But I think we'll go a little kind of basic with this one, and we'll just add our flair in where we can. Forward. And it's definitely a different kind of a rig, because we've got these IK hands, and we got a little tail and everything, so definitely going to be interesting to play around with here. And let's see if we can rotate the tail back and rotate the chest up. I'd like to get a little bit of drag in that tail. Guess we could do it that way. Zero that over here. Let's see. There's no rotate X on the head. It's kind of a bummer. It means that we're going to have to rotate that forward a little bit more and keep that. These little sections and see if we can rotate them back a little bit. And what about the mouth? What do we have here? We do have kind of a cool little wobbly mouth there. What about... just want to create kind of a more interesting pose here. So let's see what we want to do with the fingers. Finger 1, finger 2. try and create a little bit more interesting hand pose here for King. Okay, I feel like that's a fairly good starting pose there. And maybe we can drop these elbows down a little bit more, and maybe move them inward a little bit as well. Okay, feels like it's a fairly good starting pose to go with. So let's make sure we only have our nerve curves, nerve surfaces, and our polygons selected. Let's go ahead and save our file here. And we are using Autodesk Maya 2014, which is a phenomenal program. Go out and download it today. Wonderful. Or you can get the LT, the light version. They have like a monthly sub or a weekly sub that you can pay for as well. And let's go and just set our first key. And let's start building our little ghostly movements. And let's do it. Why is this not connected here? There we go. Parenting just wasn't turned off there. Okay. And let's do that. And be coming towards camera here. And let's go Window, Animation Editors, and Graph Editor. And let's check out Translate Z. That's going to be that left to right or kind of front to back movement. And let's make that consistent here. So let's look here. Drop this base down a little bit more. Just so we still have a little bit of a gap here. And let's scale it up in next a little bit more. Let's see. Let's take the eye controller and just bump it forward here. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at that. And translate Z there, make sure it's consistent here. Let's do a little bit of up and down here. Oh, let's do it a little bit slower. Let's do it on 16 frames instead of 12. It's kind of like we would do for a normal walk. I want this to be a little bit slower because it's, ghostly. Obviously that's way too much movement. I want it to feel floaty like a ghost would be, so we're not going to do as heavy a move up and down as we would, or as quick. So let's see. There's a parent on the eyes that we can do. Yes. Okay, let's go ahead and turn that on. Go ahead and delete that. There we go. That way it'll keep. Okay. That just connects the eyes so that they're stay consistent with where the head is. And it depends on the kind of shot that we'd be doing, but with a more body mechanics type of shot than an acting shot. works a little bit better, especially if we're doing something. I wanted to do a little up and down, so I think I'll do those on 6s. Let's see. And maybe we'll stick with what we have already. We'll stick it with the 8s and then we'll check and see. But I think I want to be a little faster, so we'll see. Maybe we'll even do double time and do it on the 4s. Let's see. Yeah, let's try 6s. So every 6 frames it'll go up or it'll go down. So it'll give us a different timing based on what the body's doing, what the hands are doing. Just kind of want the hands to be a little chaotic. So let's see here. Okay. And let's go ahead and kind of balance that out a little bit more. Turn a couple of those ones that have really big up and downs down a little bit, and these ones towards the end that didn't have as much, we'll ramp them back up a little bit. So let's go ahead and see that now. So if we wanted to do something like this. And let's go ahead and rotate them. Down. Shoot. So I have to use a mix of both. Alright, we'll have to do them one at a time, looks like here. I'll make them real floppy. We'll definitely have to clean this up since we're doing it on more than one attribute here. We'll see. I want him to feel real floppy, so that he's like flinging his little arms around and trying to like scare whoever he's after here. Okay, so let's get back into those rotates and let's figure out. almost there. Just clean this up a little bit more. Let's see. Looks like a better original. Let's just clean up the scrap. This first one just feels like it's a little too much.
They were angry and they would have to help make a meal or start a bath for him. And those things were building in Christina.
With Buzz weakened by cancer, Christina continues to act out. Buzz and Jim try to implement some sort of structure and responsibility into Christina's life.
She had interest in becoming more something. So we found Christina showing kind of interest in her, so Katie would try to show a little bit about medicine. So she was involved on a regular basis with the medications that were very well.
Both Buzz and Jenny trusted Christina to help with medications. They trusted that she would help take care of them.
Let's see.
Christina responsibility over their pills backfired.
Christina would try to get some medications. Christina had been using Percocet and taken out two measures of medications and pushed them out and considered them.
I tried to get more with her to explore, find out what's going on, and they found where she goes to Christina's locker, check her pain, like girls, whatever.
Jim and Buzz run out of options. Christina is out of control. Jim decides that the last option
Let's try the other hand, see if we can try a different approach here.
Christina definitely moved to a lot of Christina.
Zero value. Just try.
begins to worry about Jim's health.
Brenda was really providing her head hurt. She was starting to exhibit some bizarre behavior, like trying to open up the door the wrong way and saying she had problems with blood here.
But the doctors can't explain why Jim is doing sick.
Okay, let's zero down here. Let's see, we should be able to get this. Rotate Z, rotate Y. So I'll go. Then we should be able to, okay, yeah. And that way we can keep it to one axis that we're really swinging it on. That's a little bit cleaner, so we'll go ahead and do that.
Never woke up.
So let's see. Just looks better, see? On this hand, so again, go ahead and look at all the rotates. And we'll go ahead and delete all that. Zero out all of the rotates again. And now we'll rotate it down and then up. And that way we keep it on 2 axes instead of 3. And then if we want to add some extra rotate, we can on that third one. But it'll keep it from looking janky on some of those curves. And again, we'll probably flip off the switch up the timing there too, so it's gonna look better.
There was
what's on there.
Christina, the advocacy doctor, would be able to do it.
Christina went some fake fingernails. And I can't look what she got on there. We got arguing. And next thing I know, she slips out my sister's house out of my house. My sister calls her. My medication. When she was short, I couldn't sleep.
Christina,
She started swinging on me and started going.
And this might be too much. We'll see. I'll scale it back if it is.
When the police got there, she
Back
actually
again. So let's see. But let's move that forward maybe 2 frames. So, just gonna get into it. Let's see what happened if we did it. So let's start it off there. Yeah. Deleted a frame. Or 2 frames. Let's see.
Christina serves time in juvenile hall for assaulting a police officer.
Maybe only 1
She
frame.
spends her days and nights behind bars. She crafts a heartfelt letter. I just can't do this.
So I feel like there's a little bit of recoil on that elbow. And maybe we'll tone it down a little bit more as well.
Christine's supposed to love Jenny so well, and we just took it. It was so hard to believe, and it's still hard to believe.
Okay, and let's do a little bit in the shoulders here too. And this is probably too much, so we'll probably scale this back too.
2 weeks after Christina was sentenced, Ron's mother went to Kentucky and committed murder herself. She had a living boyfriend she lived with for probably like 20 years. And her new boyfriend killed her living boyfriend. I don't really think Christina can help
So let's minimize that a lot more.
her mom's mother getting sentenced, and she's
Okay. Let's go look at that now. Okay, and let's see what can we do here. Can do the head spinning. That'd be fun.
I think from the outside, when you look at their life, when you see their house and the barn and the farm, you see a happy home. But the inside is a whole different story.
Let's see.
I learned from Christina that her childhood with cousin Virginia was very abusive. As I heard more stories, I realized that emotional abuse, psychological abuse, and physical abuse was more than I could deal with. It was hard to do. When we were really young, we were scared that we would mask.
Maybe we'll just have it do like a quick spin.
Virginia was the one that dressed up in the mask in the cave. The mask would be on posts outside their bedroom door, so it would keep them in their room.
Christina never was scared. Now there's times we went camping and stuff like that, we told those stories, things like that on camp. And that's the only time anything like that ever told her or said to her.
Christina claims that the psychological terror
Like it needs to be a little bit quicker going in.
will be unnamed ghost stories.
One of the times that Christina was inmate, was carried over her shoulder into a van, and that van drove around for quite some time while she screamed. And when she was returned,
Ease back into it a little bit more, so have it go ease out and ease into those poses a little bit more. So let's see here.
My friends wouldn't do that if I didn't, they wouldn't do something like that, they wouldn't do that not to a child.
Let's see, maybe we'll do slower.
Both Christina upped the front yard and severed the gate.
The turning point for one of the beach trail springs out of their region is different from some things. Some of them will landscape abuse continues on its own.
Jenny, as far as I've never laid a hand on it, except for the stuff not swinging when they're a lot.
Christina came to the point that she didn't want to be doing it.
I don't even know what it was like to get beat in August today. Called every name you could possibly think of. I just couldn't take it. I was like a slave for them. And if I didn't do what I said, I was beaten till I did. I was so sick of always being hit and put down. Do you know what it's like when you're 13 and you have to lie to your teachers because you have big black and blue marks all over your arm? And you say you got
Let's
killed
see.
your arm by a horse? I'm sorry. I'm not trying to say it was right. But I was 13, and that's the only thing that I knew would make it stop.
Actually, let's get a little twist to it there.
Christina begins to start Jim's medication with morphine.
She was afraid for her life. She gave those pills to her young to sort of sedate her. She thought it would keep her in
Do a little bit of
She thought
bounce
it would make her
there.
tired. She thought she would get ahead. She thought she would lay down. And when Jimmy wasn't feeling well, Christina
Let's see.
Very troubling knowing that Christine is approaching a carry off this spot DM, but also troubling the way what you made her knew that she had to do. I think Christine did see Rosamund Grandmother killing her with morphine as a way out. Her initial attempt wasn't to kill her grandmother, but basically to incapacitate her to the extent that she would
Twist.
recuperate.
I think I'll still keep it favoring one side though. Rather than go completely to the other side. So let's see.
Consequences of things like this. And most of the time, what we find is that the person who does the despicable things
Okay.
has been mistreated him or herself, usually in some fairly profound way.
As an adult, I had the option of sentencing her for a longer period of time. I sentenced Christina to life in prison.
Opposite.
Chip,
So,
first 1 minute, so I'll kill her the next.
Christina had been thinking of every angle out for a long time.
and then let's do a ripple through it.
I don't believe that bad childhood in and of itself can justify fraud. I do believe that people who are born into chaos often replicate the chaos in their own lives.
It is very unjust for the 2-year-old child that was severely
Through
ill,
it.
emotionally, physically, to hit all these things. It was an appeal, and she received a lesser sentence.
16.
Christina's granted leniency, and her sentence is reduced from life without parole to second-degree murder.
32.
She'll be eligible for parole in 2012.
And 48. So let's see now. I don't know, maybe we'll just have a slight ripple all the way through instead of having it kind of bounce ripple. Keep just a consistent rippling effect through it. Let's try that. There we go. Do a little bit of side to side here.
One of the most brutal crimes I've ever seen.
Makes it just a little bit. So it goes forward, goes down.
So you want to know how we felt, to be in control. You want to make them screw because they don't care about getting their money. Do you get that, sweetie?
Let's just translate why this guy.
Many kids struggle with self-control,
just want to make sure I'm doing that right. So grab the translate Y on the base and then translate X.
The small village of Savona is on the outskirts of Rochester, New York.
It's largely a bedroom community. It's a very bucolic, peaceful, unremarkable
It's
all quite safe there.
36.
Very small town in the middle of nowhere.
One of the many children who lives in Savona is 4-year-old Jake Bowman.
44. Okay, so that should be ready. Okay, if we translate X, we could probably tone down a bit more. So just want to look for that. We could probably amp up the up and down here. Bass as well. That's good. Let's go ahead and tone down and translate X even more. Just a little bit of that. So it doesn't feel like it's just going straight up and down. So let's see. Okay, let's go to save our file. It's starting to become live. It's starting to be kind of phony here. And let's do some up and down here with fingers. Actually, it looks like it's going to be side to side because of the angle that we did this in.
Sandy grew up in a pretty good home. She was actually, for the most part, a known person.
Oh, it's on sixes, though, that's why. Okay, I was wondering why it was showing off. And back again since we're looking. So let's go look at that. I could probably delay it on 1 frame, maybe. No, maybe push it forward a frame, or maybe we'll just keep it on the same time.
A new bed allows
That feels pretty good. Okay, and let's go and do the other side here. And let's see. And let's keep this side to side. Delay. Up there. And it's nice, like I've said before, to get one side really working, and then you can just pop in the other side and you use that same kind of timing. And you can always delay it and tweak it after that, but it gives you a good place to start with from there. Okay, so it's got him like that. And let's go ahead and push that all forward. Frame. And the second finger and then the first finger. Take the first finger side up and down and delay it 2 frames. So that way all the fingers aren't hidden at the same time.
The most exciting part of the benefit, if the game is not used to look itself in the screen, the back of the back, you can
Hey, let's get in here and lighten up the mouth a little bit here. So let's go into Rendering Editor's Hyper Shade. That's the visor. Let's lighten up the mouth a little bit more. Yeah, let's do that. Let's purple up the teeth here. Let's delete that. So let's see. So it'll really add some ghostliness to those teeth by making them all wobbly. Very cartoonifying teeth. It would not be very realistic, but it's kind of fun. And I thought there was a lid controller here. And let's make him a little bit angry here. Angry top, then an angry bottom. And there we go. Should give him one more expression on the face. And then let's go about here. Let's add a blink in here. Let's just set what we have there. Let's give him some other frame to get there. I'll go back to something like there. Hold that for a couple of frames. Open that a little bit more. Raise that up a little bit more. Keep a little life in those eyes. Okay, let's do this maybe 2 frames before we have 1, 2. And then hold it for maybe 2 more frames after so that you still get that the eyes are opening and closing. add some character in that face. And let's go ahead and do a little bit of bounce here. Forward, back, and forward, and back, forward, and back. Okay, now let's take the middle two sections and do them on 4, so drag back a little bit more there. Flip forward, drag back, and then flip forward, drag back, flip forward, and back again. And let's take that tip, we'll go back to the kind of original timing we had. Okay, you know what? I think I want to delete what I have on this one. I'll do the top 2. They're different because the top one is just that little ball and we need to lay a little bit more than that. There's the spin on the head, so it's going to be a little bit off. Let's see. Watch it from more like the camera angle that we're probably going to use here. Let's watch that. Push these back to what we had on 6s again. So it's not all hitting at the same time. And perhaps we'll delay this one for you, maybe. Let's see. That feels too off. Just one frame in between feels good. Okay, and let's go ahead and turn the curves off. Let's go ahead and look at this. Again, kind of end on that kind of frame. Do a little bit of up. Give it more on this angle. And let's go and look at that. Okay, and let's go ahead and save our file here. And let's create a new camera. And look through camera 1 here, just because I like the camera angle we've kind of got. Let's go ahead and create another polygon primitives cube just so we can get a different background color here. And we'll assign a new material to it. We'll put a Lambert on there. Go back and look through perspective 1. And let's change the color here. Maybe even like a muted red. Let's go to that. Let's go ahead and bring that up a little bit more.
She said, "Do you know she's gay?" I said, "No." I was personally expecting Holly to be there, but he was very surprised. I found out later today, she told me.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Okay, so let's take a look back at where we started. We were looking at the awesome work of Michelangelo, and a great quote that we have that's attributed to him is, "The greater danger for most of us lies not in setting our aim too high and falling short, but in setting our aim too low and not achieving our mark." I think that's a very challenging thing for anyone as an artist or a creator, to continue to set goals that seem a bit way too lofty for us, and to work every day to grow into those goals that we have for ourselves. But I think in order to become great, you have to do that. You have to choose that that's the path you want to take, and it means sacrifices. It means that other things in your life aren't going to be things that you can focus on all the time. But that's a commitment that you have to make if you really want to achieve that higher level. Like always, thanks again for watching, everybody. Thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing. Comment down below with anything that you would have done different, or if you end up using this rig to go off and create your own animation, definitely share it back. And same goes with anything that you guys are coming up with. Definitely share it down below so I can see all the wonderful stuff that you guys are making every day. And hopefully we'll create a nice little community for ourselves of daily creative content creators. And yeah, I hope you guys just have a wonderful day. Continue to set your goals high and continue to stretch to reach them. And that being said, we will see you for some more animation. Is that tomorrow? Oh yeah.